Hey, what's up, everybody? Jack back here. And today I'll be doing my playoff predictions for the NHL. It's been a while since I've done an NHL video, but I'm really excited. So let's get right to it. My full bracket is posted on Twitter. If you guys want to see that, just check out my Twitter account. But anyways, let's get right into it. Let's start out with the Eastern Conference. And the number one overall seed in the Eastern Conference is the Florida Panthers. They've been absolutely sensational this year. Jonathan Huberdeau and Barkov leading the way. Spencer Knight's been great for them. Bobrovsky will also be nice to have in the playoffs. And their defense has been awesome. Everything's just been going right for them, and I'm really happy for them because they've been kind of on the cusp of breaking out for a while. They've also made some great signings in Brandon Montour, Anthony Duclair. I don't know if Wenberg's been good for them, but regardless, they've done a great job with this team, and they deserve this. And they will be taking on the Washington Capitals. Let me get the stats up on this. And the Caps started out pretty strong, and they haven't been as good as of recent. They started out pretty strong, and then kind of tailed off a bit. I have Florida in 5. I think maybe we'll go 6 games. You can't really count Ovechkin out, but dude, I mean, Florida is just so good. I can't see them losing in the first round. The question is that playoff inexperience going to hurt them and benefit Washington? I definitely think it will, which is why I guess mid-video I'll change to Florida in 6. But I think that Florida is kind of different this year than other years. Obviously, last year they kind of got their clock cleaned by Tampa in the playoffs. And I think they're a little bit different this year, which is contradictory of what I'm about to say next. But next up, we've got the Leafs in Tampa. There's just zero incentive for me to take the Leafs in this series. One, they always lose in the first round. I have, proudly boast that I had Montreal in the first round last year, beating beating the Leafs, just solely based on the fact that the Leafs just always lose in the playoffs. So that was pretty cool, predicting Montreal to go to the Stanley Cup last year. And that was all based literally off of off of the Leafs just always losing the first round. Not only that, but Tampa's just awesome. Like, the awesome playoff team, like, always win. Still have Vasilevsky. Still have most of their team. So, I just, like, from a objectively, like, just logic point, like, why would I ever take the Leafs in this series? I'm gonna pick against them until they prove me wrong. So that's the mindset I have here. Plus, they're playing a great team in Tampa. Let's go Tampa in 6 or 7, give or take. Next up, we've got the Canes and the Bruins. The Bruins are obviously a lot more shorthanded and worse, if you will, than past years. No more Tuukka Rask. They've lost their defense is really depleted. They've lost Krug. They've lost Jeremy Lauzon. They lost someone else too who's pretty good, but they're just not as good as they used to be. Their depth is really bad. And then there's of course the Canes. And we've been. This is probably our best year yet. Obviously, we're not the number one overall seed, but we've finally got elite goaltending. And hopefully Freddie Anderson can be back and Ronta can get back, back in time so we can win this series. But I think that Boston is just not very good, to be honest. And I'm happy we drew Boston over the Caps. I would not want to play the Caps in the first round. I'd rather play Boston. I just don't think Boston is very good, to be honest. Obviously, they got the dream team line with Marchand, Pasternak, Bergeron, but aside from that, they just don't have a very good team. So I'm taking the Canes. The Canes have just better depth, better overall team. Freddie Anderson will be out for a few games. I don't know when Ront is coming back, but that may be a little bit of an issue. But I still think Canes will win this in 6 or 7, or maybe even less. Moving on, we've got the Rangers and the Penguins. A lot of people like the Penguins in this series. I'm going to take the Rangers. First, because Tristan Jarry is out. That's huge for the Penguins. He's their goaltender. He's their guy. Traded Matt Murray so he could get more time. So that's the first reason. Second, the Rangers are a lot better this year. Some of their guys who haven't been great in the past have kind of stepped up. And then I love the depth that they got this year. Just getting like Reeves, Barclay Goodrow. They really improved their team. They still don't really have, they have Panarin and Savannah Jad. Their defense is, could improve, but Shesterkin has been great, incredible. I mean, he's going to win the Vezina. And then Georgiev's like an okay backup. So I have Rangers in 6. So then let's move to the second round. I have Tampa over Florida, and I know that's contradicted because I hyped up Florida so much, but I just think Tampa in the playoffs is so hard not to take. Like, they're just such a well-oiled machine, and they kind of own Florida. Florida was the home team last year when they played them in the playoffs as well, and Tampa beat them easily. So I have Tampa in the second round over Florida. I know that's so contradictory to what I said about, how Florida was different this year. But I'm just not going against Tampa. Then in the second round, Canes, Rangers. I have the Canes. First off, we own the Rangers in the playoffs. We swept them, I think it was 2 years ago. I think we're a more physical team. I think we're a more experienced team. Just overall better than the Rangers. And I don't think it'll be very close. I think it'll be like Canes in 5 or 6. So then you got Tampa and you got the Canes in the Eastern Conference Finals. I have Tampa. I'm sorry, Canes fans, but I can't not take Tampa. Until someone takes them down, I will ride with them. I'm also trying to be unbiased here and not just take the Canes because they're my favorite team. I have Tampa in the finals, and then I have them playing someone who you will find out very soon. But I'm really excited for these playoffs. I'll probably give updates. Might get Max or Malik on. Who knows? Always great to have their analysis, though. And looking forward to it.